How to apply for SSD and SSI. Step 1. Make sure you meet the standard to be eligible for SSI and SSD. You must have a medical condition that keeps you from working, and you must either be a United States citizen, a legal permanent resident, commonly known as a green card holder, or have qualified alien status. Step 2. Make sure you are within the program's resource limits. Resources are any money you have in the bank, cash on hand, or other assets, including real property. For SSI, individuals can only have $2,000 in resources, and married couples can only have $3,000 in resources. SSD does not have any resource limits. You can apply for the program regardless of yours or your spouse's income, cash on hand, or assets. Step 3. Make sure you have work history as required by the program. For SSI, if you became a legal permanent resident after 1996, you must have worked on the books for 10 years in the United States in order to qualify, or be a qualified alien. If you are a citizen, then this is not a requirement. For SSD, you have to have worked on the books for a certain number of years in order to be eligible. The number of years is based on your age. It's best to talk to an advocate or to Social Security to see if you have enough work history to qualify. Step 4. Gather proof of your income, resources, and disability to present to the Social Security Administration. When you apply, Social Security will ask for lots of documents to prove your health conditions, income, and resources. This can be a lengthy process, so it is better to take the time to gather all these documents before making your application. But don't delay applying if you're only missing a few records. You can submit them later. Do not submit your health records to the Social Security office just yet. Instead, hold on to the health records so that you can send them to the disability analyst who will handle your case after you submit your application to Social Security. You can submit the financial documents to Social Security when you apply for benefits. Let's start with income and resources. These documents prove you are financially eligible to receive these benefits. These include proof of income, like pay stubs and tax returns for yourself and your spouse, bank statements, savings statements, information on assets you own, like a car or home, letters from friends and family members who provide you with financial assistance, rent or mortgage information, and life insurance policies with a cash surrender value. If you are a naturalized citizen or green card holder or qualified alien, you'll also need to provide your immigration paperwork. Now, let's talk about health documents. These are very important because they show that you have a condition that qualifies you for SSI or SSD. For medical records, including emergency room and inpatient records, psychiatric records, physical therapy records, and pain management records, you can request them from the records department of your hospital, clinic, or doctor. In New York, your doctors cannot charge you for copies of your records requested to support a disability application or appeal. You should also request a physical or psychiatric assessment form directly from your doctor or psychiatrist if you have a provider that you see regularly. Examples of these forms can be found at nylag.org/DAP. For children and young adults, you will need to request school records and IEPs in addition to health records. If you receive assistance with your activities of daily living from a family member or friend, you could ask them to write up a statement about the problems you have and how they help you manage them. Now you have gathered all your documents. You are ready to finally apply. Before the pandemic, applicants typically had to apply in person at their local Social Security field offices. Now, you can apply over the phone or in person. To schedule an appointment, call your local office if you have the number or call Social Security's 1-800 number at 1-800-772-1213. If you're deaf or hard of hearing, you can call the Social Security Administration's TTY number 1-800-325-0778. You can also apply online at ssa.gov, but only for SSD benefits. If your application is denied, request an appeal immediately. The appeal process at this stage is called a reconsideration. You only have 65 days from the date of the denial notice to request your reconsideration, and it must be done in writing. You can file your reconsideration request online at ssa.gov or by filing a Social Security 561 form by fax or mail to your local Social Security office. The fax and address are available by zip code on the Social Security Office Locator webpage at ssa.gov. If you need any assistance along the way or your application for disability benefits is denied, do not hesitate to reach out for help. If you live in New York City, call Legal Services of NYC at 917-661-4500 for applications and appeals, or the New York Legal Assistance Group at 212-613-5000 for appeals only. Visit us online at lsnyc.org or nylag.org. If you live outside of New York City, contact your nearest Legal Services Corporation provider. Visit lsc.gov or lawhelp.org to find a provider near you.